12 Group and editor of Channel 9s.
Pardon my voice, I'm starting to lose it. Comes from talking for 2 days. Thank you all for being here. It looks like a good group this afternoon. I'm really excited for this particular topic because it speaks to an issue that's really beginning to percolate in the marketplace, particularly, the role of distribution in an evolving world where IT is being delivered as a service and voice is an application, and where do they cross over? So distribution in the telecom environment and in the IT environment have grown up completely separately, but now we're seeing some crossover, particularly in the cloud, and actually some competition. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And since I came primarily from the telecom side, I wanted to bring Larry Walsh with me because he has vast experience in the IT side. So we want to make the discussion fair. We discussed this issue in the January-February issue of Channel Partners magazine. So we wrote about, is channel distribution actually emerging in the cloud? So if you want to pursue that issue a little bit more, check out that issue. It is online. But Larry has recently been looking at this as part of the Cloud and Technology Transformation Alliance. So he's going to talk to you a little bit about some of the data that he just found out in their most recent survey on the state of the cloud channel.
Thanks, Golly. And I love how she says it, I'm here to make this fair. Now, I've been coming to this event now, I think this is my 6th Channel Partners event over the last 3 years, and I've never heard about fairness between these two channels. So this afternoon, for those of you who are interested, this afternoon we're going to be presenting our annual State of the Cloud Channel Report. It's going to be in Casanova 506, and we do this every year. We partner with channel partners on this research so that we can give all of you better insights into the trends that are happening within not only now cloud, but services in general. So just to give you a sneak peek of this, we are looking at this as, how our partners in large, this is inclusive of VARs and MSPs and system integrators, as well as telephony agents, how are you developing your cloud resources? There is a lot of partners that are out there that are looking, particularly within your segment, that are looking at master agents as being their entry point into the cloud. They're looking for guidance and resources and enablement. Who do you work with? What are the applications that you should be using to complement your traditional data and voice transport services? The other side, though, there's also a fair number of VARs and MSPs that are looking at distribution as being their enablers. Now, how do we do this is that there's also, when we look at where the true touch points are, distribution and master agents, the way we see this is actually they're late to the game. They're developing resources. They're also, if you talk with the distributors, we'll ask our distributors, how are you treating cloud differently than you treated hardware and software in the past? It's still a very big issue in the IT distribution account. The master agents as well. It challenges how do you deliver the technical support and the enablement resources to make the cloud possible for the agent community. Something that I think that should be, when we're up here talking to the distributors about this, because the distributors are being seen as, or they're trying to position themselves as a source of enablement. How do they help you all go to market? Same with the master agents. Biggest inhibitor to cloud development in the channel today is the lack of talent. There are not enough technical people, salespeople, support people, or managers that understand how to take the cloud to market. Worse for all of you is that if you're trying to develop a cloud practice, who are you competing for with this talent? Typically, you're competing with vendors as much as you are with your partners. Distribution in master agents can, in theory, be a source of augmenting these resources or even replacing it. I keep forgetting my animation builds. Why is this important? 55% of the channel is losing a sales opportunity because they cannot fulfill a cloud requirement of their customers. That's a lot. The good news is that this number is shrinking. And we'll talk about more of that this afternoon. But this is where you look for not only to your cloud providers and your vendors and the carriers and the interconnects, but also to the master agents and distributors to help you overcome these barriers. again, forgot my goals. So this afternoon, again, I invite you all, well, most of you. Actually, I invite all of you. In fact, I invite you all to come and even disagree with me, because we're going to be talking about a lot of controversial things this afternoon when we give the State of the Cloud Channel report. It's going to be in Casanova 506 at 2 o'clock. All afternoon, from 3 to 6, we're going to be having jam sessions. A lot of you have already registered for them. Please come over. We're going to be talking about a number of cloud topics and how you all can engage in the cloud. We're going to use some crowdsourcing to identify problems and find solutions to help get you into the services provider faster. So with that, Callie.
So thank you very much. So Larry's study looked very closely at the cloud enablement question with distribution, including master agents and distributors from the IT side. But CompTIA and channel partners recently did a survey that extended that discussion much further into traditional services, hardware, software, as well as cloud services, wireline telecommunications, wireless telecommunications, managed services, managed mobility, managed WAN, professional services, training, all kinds of different things that distribution normally provides. So when we did our agent for our partnering study, we added a couple of questions that would talk about the distribution aspects of all of these services that they're trying to add in a converged telecom and IT world. So here are some of the top lines on that, and since we asked so many questions, I only put the top choices, but what will partners look to IT distributors for? The agents were saying, not surprisingly, hardware and software is what they would look for. Professional services. Interestingly, communications as a service, managed IT services. The VARs, on the other hand, wanted to look to them for managed mobility and managed IT. And then they were looking to them for some of their cloud services. Interestingly, none of the agents were looking to them for cloud at all. So the crossovers were hardware, software, managed IT, and professional services. The more interesting chart, I think, is this one. What will partners look to master agents for? Agent answer, the top one, wireline telecommunications. That's no surprise to anybody in this room. Communications as a service, wireless telecommunications, all those are expected answers. But they're also starting to look to them for managed IT and infrastructure as a service, managed WAN. So that's pretty much expected. What was really unexpected is what the VAR said they would look to master agents for. And they didn't put telecommunications anywhere on their list. So what that says to me is that VARs do not know what you do. They don't understand you. They don't get it. So
actually, they don't care either.
Maybe they don't. But what I'm saying is that they answered these questions not really understanding at all what function you play. So I don't even know that their answers really are legitimate. I would say they're not. So you guys need to do a little bit more PR work with the IT channel is what I would say comes out of that. So as much as Larry and I love to talk, we'd like to actually
I can talk more.
So we'd like to actually get a discussion going. So we've invited some IT distributors and some master agents to help us out.